It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
Tyrone Lowe. Hello, everyone. My name is Tyrone Lowe, CEO of T-Lo Video Productions. My guest today is DJ T Smooth and DJ Chris Perry. Welcome to my show, The Legends, you guys. Thank you for coming in. We're going to start with you, T Smooth. Let's talk about the beginning of your career. How did it all start for you?
It started back in 1976. My cousins, a bunch of us around the same age, like 6th grade and 7th, 8th, 9th grade, a bunch of my cousins was all into the music like that. And they were a little more advanced than I was, and I really liked the music. And I was just doing whatever I can to try to do stuff with them. It went way back to back then when it was the hi-fi. You know, the record player where it was like the big wood cabin. You got to pull up the top, and the record player was inside.
Right.
And it was like the big metal thing. If a spark started, it'd be a fire. It was just pure wood, you know, with the real big funny speakers at the bottom.
Right.
Yeah, and you know, you would basically mess with anything. And then there was so many different pieces of equipment, turntables that came out that wasn't the proper stuff, but you was trying to use them anyway.
Right, okay.
Because you just wanted to do it. And them hi-fis, they was like the arm was like metal. Mm-hmm. It was metal. And then I started getting more into proper equipment. But it wasn't proper DJ equipment.
Okay.
But for me, it was like the world, you know,
Okay.
because I was almost able to do what they were doing.
Right.
And I constantly just kept trying. And as time went on, I was able to perfect a couple things that I thought was well.
Okay.
But it was the passion for it. Just
Right.
constantly trying. It was a joy. It was something that I really enjoyed. And Lord behold, it comes to this day where it's basically the same way.
Right.
It's just a joy and passion for what I do. You know, you do something, you listen to it. I want to do it like this. I want this song to come in when this goes off. I want this song to start talking when this one stops. You know, you start planning those things, you know, and I just get so in depth that way, you know.
Right.
I play song, I say, okay, I don't want it to come in here. I got to bring it back 5 more beats. It got to come in here, so and to do this, and do that.
Right.
But like I said, it started back in '76 though, and it just kept progressing. A couple people one person that really helped me out a lot was Stephen Davis.
Okay.
I don't know if you know Stephen Davis, Jersey. He helped me out a lot, showed me a lot of things, and also I was working with a female girl named Missy Thompson. She played also, you know.
Okay.
She wasn't good as Stephen,
Right.
but she was better than me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she truly was. I call it like it is. She was better than me.
Right.
I learned a lot of things from her. But I learned a lot of things from Stephen Davis. And then as time went on, you know, I worked with so many different people. You know, another friend of mine's Andre Francis. You know, and it's a lot of these guys out here now that's like really out there that I worked with. A lot of them. And it's just the passion that I have for it. That's
Right.
what it is for me. It's just the passion. I just enjoy it, you know.
Okay.
It's tough to do things, you know, finding time, but I always find time.
Okay.
You know, I always find time.
What
You
time
hear
is it?
something, you're like, oh man,
yeah.
that's nice. I want to do that. You go to a place, you hear some music playing, you hear a song, even when you was playing stuff, it's like, oh man, I ain't played that in a while. That sounds good.
Yeah.
You know, you just start, and then you might just say, let me just put it in my phone so I don't remember.
Right.
You know, you just the passion. It's like with you all day, just like singers. They walk around every once in a while, they thinking, they write it down. They write it down, they write it down. And that's how I am about my music, you know. I'm quiet and I'm observant. When you talk to me, I talk. But
Right.
I'm quiet, I'm observant, and I listen.
Right.
I mean, like a friend of mine, Salik, that's here with me now. He'll tell you. We be someplace like, yo, what's the name of that song? What's the name of that song? And the greatest thing now is that Shazam. You know,
Okay.
if you don't know the name of the song, people make it sound like a bad thing. Forget that. I'm going to Shazam, man. I'm going to find out what that song is.
All right.
You know, hey, it's not the big thing of he played it and you played it. It's how you play it.
Right.
You know, and the way I am, if you played at a place also, when I'm talking about same songs, you played a song and I'm like, Dad, I'm gonna play that in my set, you know? But
Right.
it's not so much that I'm not gonna play it, because it's the way I'm gonna play it.
Okay.
I say, yeah, he did that nice, but wait till I play mine. I'm just like licking my chops. I just can't
I hear
wait.
you.
But back to your main question, how to get started. That's basically where I really got started from. Though.
Okay.
You know?
And you know, happy birthday to you. Today's
yeah.
your birthday.
Yeah, yeah.
Today's his birthday, y'all.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and
32.
you know, and he's still counting, of course.
I stopped counting at 32.
Okay. And Chris, how did it begin? Well, let me talk about Chris. I met Chris at Brooklyn with
Yeah, Brooklyn
right
Radio
where
and Flatbush.
right
Yeah.
exactly, and we have some friends
Steve
there.
Miller,
Yeah,
Selectress.
right. Everybody was there that
Right.
night, and I met you. You did a set.
Yes.
And we went outside. We started talking and stuff, and we you know we vibe periodically. So let's tell the viewers how how everything started for you as far as the music thing.
Music is right. I seen my first DJ. I was about 7 years old. I was living in East New York.
Okay.
He bought out his equipment about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. About 8 o'clock, it was about 500 people in the middle of my block having a great time. And I said, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
Eventually, got in my teens, I got my turntables, Mitch Match pair belt drives, OGLI mixer,
Okay.
and perfected my blends until I was able to get out there and play. I started playing in front of people around 88, around 18 years old. Backyard barbecues, block
Right.
parties, things
I
like
hear
that. Also up in the Bronx where we used to do a lot of house parties, illegal house parties. And
I hear
yeah,
you.
a lot of fun with that. Mostly playing hip hop, R&B, everything. How back then we played everything. Funk
Right.
across the board.
I remember the olden days, man. Where I used to see guys actually start with the old BIC turntables, no pitch. I don't know if you guys remember that, but that was like the beginning or the authentic part of playing music, and stuff like that. And nobody wasn't mixed at the time. We
Right,
ba-bum,
Trey Songz.
ba-bum, ba-bum until we get a straight beat. Then we cut it off, right? But back to you, T Smooth. How has it changed from back in the days to now? I mean, what's your concept on that? Because I think back in the days had a certain type of vibe.
Yes, it did. It's so many different generics of music now.
Okay.
Back then, it wasn't that many generics. It was like we were speaking about earlier before. It wasn't no such thing as house. It was club music, and it really wasn't classics because they weren't really old yet. Classics, they became called classics as time went along. But it was mainly club music, and nowadays, club music is more like the younger generation with like a techno sound.
Right.
And back then it wasn't those songs telling you put your leg out, put your arm up. It wasn't none of that stuff. It was just having a good time. Like a cookout and like you said, block parties.
Right.
You just having fun, and like he was saying, rap. It wasn't even no rap back then. Because
true.
after a little while, Rapper's Delight came out.
Right. That changed the whole game as far as
and it was no rapping. But I remember, let me see, was it what was his name? DST? No, Mark 45 King. He lived on Stuyvesant Avenue. He was like
Okay.
the first guy that did that scratching with that zip, 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 zip. That was right in our town, Irvington.
Okay.
And that's when it first started because he used that Herbie Hancock cut, and a lot of people was trying to imitate it, but it wasn't the point of imitating it. It's just that he came up with the idea.
Right.
And that's a lot of it is the creativity. But like you were saying, the difference in the music, it's just so many different generics.
Right.
It wasn't as tribal house, soulful house. As it came along, it was just house.
Right.
Now it's all these different generics of the house, and I guess soon it's going to be tribal house with soulful tribal house. It just keeps growing in different areas. But it's only because they're defining the sound of the music more. Because like when I talk to my friend, like I said, I use my friend Salik a lot.
Right.
I say like when I said to you when we spoke of a song, I said, what kind of sound did it have?
Right.
And I said, it had like the such and such with the tribal, and somebody that did music will understand what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Because otherwise they really don't know, like, what do you mean? What do you mean? But it's a different sound.
Right.
You know a tribal sound, you know a house sound, but then you could say it had a soulful house with a bongo beat.
Right.
And, it's just differences, because like when you're playing at this time now, compared to when you said at the start, when you're playing now, you might be saying, okay, I need a bongo beat.
Right.
And you got to go into that folder of music, like you were speaking to me about your folders of music.
Right.
And with it, technology now, you could have, like back in the day, like right now, I got a flash drive in my pocket. I always got a flash drive.
Okay.
Wherever I go, it's about 8,000 songs on it. There's no way I could have brought 8,000 songs to here and create records.
Of
You know,
course.
so you have more.
Right.
You know, so when you're looking for those certain songs, you have to have them separated. You know, because you're like, okay, I need a. You're the middle. He just finished playing.
Right.
He left me I'll tell him. Well, it used to be. I say, well, leave me a vocal or leave me a beat.
Right.
Just so. And now I'm going through the crate, setting up what I'm going to play.
Right.
But now today, if you tell them that, I'm setting up what I'm going to play also. But I got to go through my folder. And if it was like 5,000 songs, it's like, oh man, give me 15 minutes. You know,
Right.
because you got to go through all that stuff. And that's the difference in now. You can be much more organized. But with technology now, it makes it a lot easier for you. Because a lot of people, they'll do things and they really think they're doing something.
Right.
I'm not knocking what they do because it's all about what comes out the speaker and what it sounds like. But when you had the past, like we all had,
Right.
it really helps for the future
Yes,
of it.
yes.
Because it's like situations like before it got this far. Like I was playing at a person's place. He asked me to play, and it was on turntables. And sometimes when you do well at another person's place and they really don't want you to, but they let you play anyway.
Right, yeah.
There's a lot of sabotage going
Right,
on.
yeah.
Like all of a sudden the headphones wasn't working.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, oh wow.
Oh, I've been there. I've done
So-
that.
so-
I mean,
so
we all been through that, you know.
So a person that's been there around, like y'all, myself, what you do? What do? You put your head down by the needle and you hear that, and you can catch the beat.
Oh, yeah.
And you just keep on playing.
Right.
You know, and then all of a sudden, you know, you did what you could do, and next thing you know, he said, yeah, the headphones working, but he was playing.
Which reminds me of a video that you posted one day on Facebook Live.
headphones.
And your homeboy was mixing without headphones.
Yeah, both of us doing
It was
that.
incredible.
That was
it was
actually
incredible.
Wally B.
Right. That was
Yeah.
actually, that was incredible.
Yeah, we was just playing around.
You know,
was having
that was
fun.
really incredible. Chris, let's talk about who musically influenced you as a DJ.
You mean other DJs?
Right. I mean, who influenced you as a DJ, and who still, or maybe, or let's put it like this, who influences you as a DJ right now?
All DJs that have longevity.
Okay.
I would say all those guys, like Louis.
Right.
You know, they have longevity in the production as well as in DJing.
Right.
They just keep it going, you know.
Okay.
And keep it going. Anybody that has that 10, 15, 20 years in, 25 years in, and still have that passion to
Right.
do it, yeah, that influences me.
Okay. And any influences?
No particular person. It could be anybody for me.
Okay.
Because you could have been playing 30 years, you could have been playing 1 year. If what you did sounded good, I'm liking it.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, that's, you know, I don't hate, I call it truthful. You
Right.
know, sounded good, it sounded good, you know?
Right.
Hey, you know, but I'm not one that's afraid to tell somebody they sounded good because I'm confident what I'm going to do also.
Right, right.
And if I can't go out there and perform, it's time for me to go home and practice some more then.
Okay.
So basically anybody, you know, because it could be his terrible day today, and he could play this person that been playing a year. He could be terrible today, and then he play tomorrow and he sound great.
Right.
It's
Well, we all have our off days.
yeah. It's
You know.
anybody can influence me.
Yeah.
You know, because I listened, I was like, oh man, but I put pressure on myself.
Right.
Because if he'd been playing a year and he sounded real good, I said, man, I should be doing a lot more. I've been playing a whole lot more years.
Yeah.
You know, it's just all motivation to me.
It's,
So it's not a particular
about
person.
It's actually how you feel that day. As long as you give it your all, that's all it is. I mean, I've did clubs where I just played because I wasn't in the mood for playing, but
Yeah,
I knew I
atmosphere.
had to play. You understand what I'm saying? And then
a
I
lot
had
of times when
It's going through
you
the
feel you did bad, you didn't.
right. You know,
Yeah.
I still get good
Yeah.
feedback,
Yeah, that's
but
what
when
I'm
I
saying.
really put my effort into it, you know, it's just a self-satisfaction thing of yes, you did good that night. You know, so going back to the olden days compared to today, do you miss those vibes?
I can honestly tell you no.
Okay.
100% no.
Okay.
Strongly no.
All right.
What do you think?
What, the vinyl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
No.
I don't miss
Really?
that at all.
No.
Okay.
At all.
What kills me is
I mean, in certain
Okay.
situations, like certain where you can have to listen to, you want to listen to vinyl, that I miss. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing has that warmth, that sound, that analog sound, the way they record
Right,
those
right.
songs and
That's
on that
true
vinyl.
there.
Yeah.
That's real true there.
But as far as a DJ and having to carry, no.
There it is, right there.
Never, ever.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that I miss it. I do miss it and I don't miss it, because back in those days it was more manual and you appreciated it more as far as being a DJ. Where a lot of these cats today, not knocking no one, but I don't think a lot of these guys will want to go through what we went through back in the days, carrying the crates and the
not.
bass
Yeah.
bottoms up the
That's
stairs.
the biggest thing.
You know what I'm
4 or
saying?
5
That's
flights.
effort. To me, that's effort.
But you know, nowadays, a lot of guys back then, well, as a DJ back then, all us here, you had to have about 10 friends.
Yeah.
Because you needed them carrying them
Yeah,
crates.
the
That's
crew.
right.
And now most of those guys are
crew.
DJs. Most of those guys are DJs now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. There's a couple of them out there now. Every time he sees me, bow to me. He's well known out there. I'm not gonna put his name out there.
Right.
But yeah, it's a couple of them out there.
Has the crowd changed since then?
Yes, it has.
Okay, let's
Big
talk
time.
about that.
In Jersey.
Okay.
In Jersey.
All right.
I can't speak for where you're at, but in Jersey, let's just say like I don't want to put nobody's names out there, but it's not nothing bad on them. This DJ plays, and they dance like crazy, But then another DJ come out there, played the CD that he just did, and they won't dance
Wow.
because it ain't him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like they.
So that means you have to have a name for yourself in order for people to respond
in Jersey,
to you?
In Jersey, though.
Okay.
In Jersey.
That's the same
they
thing
stand
here.
there
Really?
like,
Yeah.
like government cheese that just don't want to melt.
Wow.
Just
And I mean,
ain't
that's,
moving.
I don't know. I find that to be very crazy.
DJs in Jersey will tell you that.
Okay.
All the ones that's viewing and listening, they say, yeah, he telling it like it is.
But
That's what
what's
it is
with
in
the-
Jersey.
It's the
my-
same thing until
Yeah.
you proven yourself
Right.
to a certain degree. They love what you're doing,
Right.
but they're not going to show it.
Okay. You know, what's with the Jersey thing and the New York thing? I mean, I get a lot of that, as
See, I
far
only-
as...
see, my comments, I don't have nothing different to say on New York because I don't know.
Right.
But I'm only able to speak for Jersey.
Okay,
And
all
he
right.
can say New York, and then he can say, okay, it's like that, and I can say, oh, it's not like that, for where I'm at. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Because
But,
go ahead.
the New, I can't say for sure because I'm not New York, but from our viewing here in Jersey, the New York people is more willing to dance because they come into these clubs and playing $20 at the door,
Right.
and things of that nature. So, in Jersey, it's a lot of free stuff. It's a lot of free events, and the clubs in New York tell Jersey DJs, why would I pay you $2,000 a night and people pay $20 at the door and they can go to Jersey and watch you play for free,
Okay.
which is a true fact.
Right.
Yeah. So,
So let's talk about current events. What are you guys doing now as far as your career? What are you doing?
I did a
Or
lot
what
of
would you
talking.
like
Go
to do?
ahead.
Go ahead, Chris. Let's
Well,
start
I
off with you.
also have the radio station,
Right.
WSER,
Okay.
Soulful Excursions Radio,
All right.
24
And
hours
how
a
long
day.
you been doing that?
It's been 2 years now.
Okay.
This is my
I
second
still owe you a
foray.
mix.
Yeah,
I still owe you a mix too.
Yeah, you
I
do.
do.
This is my
Okay.
second foray into the internet radio station.
Right.
thing.
Right.
And let me see, I got the record label, digital
Okay.
record label, Bizarre
Okay.
Recordings.
So are you producing anyone's right now?
Yeah, I got something coming out. I got a poet and a singer. I can't really speak too much on it right now, but they're both local to Brooklyn
Oh,
artists.
okay.
So yeah, I got that coming up in the next few months.
How do you guys feel about spoken words?
I personally like it.
You like it?
Yes.
Okay.
I like it.
I really don't
T Smooth?
have an opinion really on it.
Okay.
Because where I'm at, it's a lot of house beats with the spoken word on top.
Right.
So it's been pretty nice the way they've been arranging the stuff.
Okay.
But then there's some stuff that just playing, somebody just talking. So it's like a different vibe that is putting out. But it's some nice ones out there like Coffee, that's like one of the highest levels when it comes to spoken word, And but I got nothing negative to say on
Right.
it, Yeah.
Well, what's your favorite type of house? I mean, everybody has their favorites, Me, I like soulful and Afro.
That's what I was gonna tell you. You know, I would go with soulful.
Yeah, because
Oh,
it's
soulful.
more inspirational in the sense as far as the artist is concerned. A lot of people are playing more of that. I play a lot of it because I get a lot of it. I like vocals, you know, and the stories behind it. You know, I'm not gonna say I have a particular artist, but I feel that to me, it's one of the best genres as far as music is
I
concerned.
myself-
And on a house tip.
For me, my reason for why I like a lot of soulful house is not really just for myself, because when I play, I'm not playing for me.
Right.
I'm playing for the crowd, and it's more or less of what they like, and for me, it's how I do it.
Right.
So it's more or less what they want to hear, because there's a lot of DJs out there. They playing what they want to hear, and they
Right.
home.
Yeah.
They home.
Yeah.
Because nobody else wants to hear that. So like when I go out, like I said before, I listen to everybody.
Right.
I listen to everybody. You know, if there's a song that they played, I was like, oh man, crowd really liked that. I didn't like that, but it ain't about what I liked.
Right. Right.
So it's what they like, because they paying at the door, and I'm trying to make them want to keep coming.
Right.
So that's the way I view it.
How do you feel about the underground sound?
I truly really like it.
Okay.
I really like it. You know, for myself and playing this and that, and I try to incorporate it with the other stuff.
Right.
You know, like the stuff they love. Play like maybe like 5 songs that's hitting, and right now they're just sweating. And then I try to throw that underground there. Are they
Right.
still rolling with it?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to see, is they still there? Is it still there? And I can get it in there.
Right.
But if they start to sit, got to take it off. You know. Because, but that's the only way you can break a song. Because I play a lot of songs that people don't play.
Right.
I don't play all this. They
Yeah.
it's like.
How do you feel about classics?
Yeah, but it's a lot of people like. I mean, they're popular people 100%.
Yeah.
Like Jihad, Beloved, they play certain songs.
Right.
And a lot of people try to imitate them.
Yeah.
You know, they're real good. They're 100% real good. But not nothing negative. You're not them. And Beloved wouldn't be Beloved if Beloved didn't be Beloved.
That's true.
And you can't be Joe Blow if you're trying to be Beloved.
That's right.
You know, and the same thing with Jihad.
Yeah.
And I just be me.
Yeah.
And I really love a lot of classics and like when I first started, I love the classics.
Right.
You know, I love the old original stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll start to play it. I was like, oh man, I really want the break here, and I'll remix it.
Right. Right.
You know, I'm remix it for me to do this and that with it, and then when it plays, like, yo, who made that? I was like,
Right.
yeah.
I think that I get a lot of music, as you can see. I get a
Yeah.
lot of music. I believe that everybody should get a chance to be heard.
Yeah.
You know, I play, my sets are really considered at the point where I'm playing everybody's stuff, but I arrange it in the sense where it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have listened to my sets, but that's the way I play.
Yeah.
Because I believe that, I remember back in the days when I started off with maybe like 10 records in one crate, and I wanted to build that library. So now we got to the point where we get all this music now. We forgot about when we was hungry back in the days, you know.
Yeah,
And when
we
you got on the
really spoiled
second
now.
crate, it's like, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I get a lot of stuff, and I believe that everybody needs a chance to be heard. And I think that everybody should just sit back and try to arrange it in a way where it makes sense to everybody to really break it out. You know. So let me ask you a question, Chris. With your craft, where do you want to be 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I want to have toured the world at least once with this music.
Okay. Okay. T?
I'm such a realist person.
That you are,
For
man.
his answer, I can't say that. It'd be nice,
Right.
you know, but I say more or less things what I can control.
Okay.
And what I can control is that I still have my strong passion for my music.
Right.
And if I'm doing it that well, what he said will happen on his own. So I won't go pushing for it. It will come to me. So.
You know, I always say that as far as the music's concerned, I have a passion for the Philadelphia sound, MSFB. I mean, that's the ultimate sound for me, you know. And if they could bring that back, I'd be so happy. You know, really. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a sound that's
has they
really,
released
really,
that catalog to any producers? I think Joey Negro is probably the only guy that ever
that
touched
really does
any,
that. You know,
touched any of
yeah,
that
you know,
stuff,
with the
right?
keys and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
You know, he has that
That'd be-
Denzel. He has that Denzel sound. You know, and I believe that a lot of sounds should come back. Because a lot of
lot of
stuff
it
they're
does.
making these days is not
Yeah.
really making no sense to me.
But a lot of stuff is being remakes of old
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
But they don't make sense though.
A lot of what they
I mean,
call that
I'm
jacking
like
house
this.
now. They use
If
a
you
lot
bring
of
a
the old disco and
Yeah,
classic
but I
stuff.
feel like this. If you bring a track to me and I don't like it, I'm gonna tell you straight up, I don't like it. You can hate me for it, but I'm not gonna play it.
That's
Now,
that old
that's
school
the
record
honest-
label.
that's the
that old
honesty
school record
of it,
label
too.
exec
Yeah, but that's
thing.
the honesty
You
of
get-
being
right,
a
right,
realist
right.
dealing with the industry.
right.
That means if I don't like it, it's time for you to go back to the drawing board.
And that's the thing about having a
Or
label
give
and
it to
stuff,
me,
too.
I'll remix it for you and I'll let you know how it's
Unfortunately,
done. You know?
I can't say it that way to somebody. I say somebody, right? Some people. Because I don't know if she or he might be bringing me a banger next time.
Right.
Because they won't bring it. They won't bring it.
I
So
feel that.
I just
yeah.
won't say that. Because, like you said, I get so much different music. And there's so many artists local where I'm at.
Right.
And Casio Ware, you know,
He just came
gives
out
me
with
a
a
lot
nice
of
album.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
His album's nice.
And that's my dude. I've known him like forever.
Right.
And he'll bring me stuff, and you know, I check it out, and I really listen to it closely because I want to use it.
Right.
I want to
Okay.
use it. You know, and if there's some way I can fit it in, because I play on different venues and large audiences.
Right.
And if I could fit it in, it's going to play for that big audience for him also. And that keeps the more music coming to me. And then more artists hear and see what I'm doing. Because like I said, I don't play what he play. I'll check stuff. And if it sounds hot,
Right.
I don't care who made it. I'm going to play it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to sum it up a little bit here. So, Chris, let's let everybody know how you can actually be located, email address, contact.
All right. You can get in touch with me on Facebook at The Bizarre One, facebook.com, The Bizarre One, DABIZARONE. Email is djchrisperry@gmail.com. Radio station, WSER.airtime.pro. What am I missing?
T,
Okay, that's
briefly.
Yeah, you can catch me at my regular email, T-Man, that's T-E-E, not T-E-A now, T-E-E-M-A-N, the number 2, the number 6 at msn.com. And you can catch me on my Facebook page also. It's spelled my first name, Terrence, T-E-R-E-N-C-E, DJ, the letter D, J, and the letter T-E-E, Smooth Bracewell. Just like Bracewell sounds, B-R-A-C-E-W-E-L-L. And also, I'm playing on 90.9 this Thursday from 2 to 4. And I'm also playing on the 19th in New Jersey at Washington Park. And then I'm playing on the 20th in New Jersey at Lincoln Park in Jersey City Festival.
All right, so fellas, I want to thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you.
And I really enjoy having the conversation with you guys, and I hope we can do it again. And I want to thank you guys for listening, and thank you guys for viewing in. Thank you very much.
DJ Tyrone Lowe.